you guys have music coming out. You have the release date April 26th for the first single. Tell me about that. And I understand maybe that the single release is kind of the format you guys are going for, like one jam at a time type of deal.
Yeah, I guess that's what the new wave is these days, man. Like the album is like fading away.
Futuristic.
Yeah, I was listening to talking about Lil Uzi Vert. I don't know if you know him.
Sure.
Someone was saying, talking to a record exec, I think it was Joe Budden, and he said, when's Lil Uzi coming out with his album? He's like, Lil Uzi does 50 million streams a week. He doesn't need an album. It's like, that's what kind of industry we're in now. It's like the way you deliver the information now is a different way. Like the streaming and people, the attention spans, Dee and I were talking about that too, is like are shorter and shorter. So we're looking like we're doing the single thing until further notice, I guess.
Yeah, we kind of just want to keep that stream going relentlessly. We're always writing, even in between, just like, releasing stuff and figuring it out.
It's like the best part.
We're always writing and chasing things. But first single's coming out April 26th. It's called We Stole Your Head. And indeed, that is what will happen when you hear the song.
But we'll give it back to you.
Yeah, we always give it back.
Song, don't worry about it.
Take it for a little while.
Yeah, we're a friendly band. It's just
give it a scrubbing inside
for 4 minutes. The song's 4 minutes. You can lend your head for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But we had the idea to release a record, and we kind of produced 7 tracks to make it a record, and it is quite cohesive. But just as we started talking to more people and kind of gathering our own ideas, we kind of just wanted to just keep shooting them out as singles, and then kind of tie ourselves down to the goal of a single or two a month indefinitely. Because I mean, if we had to pursue that for life, that's a noble task for me, at least. And to just kind of keep giving people things to digest, and perhaps in 20 years or 30 years we'll have a massive album. Hundreds of songs. Try to get through the whole thing if you can.
Yeah, really cool, guys. And that is an interesting strategy, and it kind of makes sense. Like, we're in that day and age where like streaming might be kind of the way to approach it. And you guys seem to be managing the whole aspect of the promotion. You have the cool logo as well. I'm a big fan of that. I'm wondering, like, where did that come from? The Mountain Head logo I'm seeing.
Where did it come from, Ben? We had this character that we saw on the internet one day. Saw this guy's art on like Reddit, and he's like, oh yeah, I play the guitar and I draw the picture, and I was like, oh cool, and I looked at the art.
That's not how it went at all.
No, it didn't. But the art was like cool enough. Like as soon as you looked at it, I was like, there's just something there, right? And I was like, Benji, he gets tattoos all the time, so I was like, check this out. And then we went and visited him and connected with him. And long story short, he ended up mixing the record. He's just like he can look
David
at you
Cote.
and go, I know where you want the tattoo and what you want. Like, he's like kind of like that. Yeah. And then he draws it, and you look at it and you go, yeah, that's sick. How? You don't even ask him how he knew, right? You're like, okay, I'll just accept this as sure.
That is Mr. David Peyote, a.k.a. the David Cote.
Yeah.
World famous tattoo artist. But we really clicked when we met him like years ago. Kyle pointed out his art, and we were going to Montreal, so I hit him up, and him and I kind of bonded over sitar. I've been learning like Indian classical music for the last 6 years, and he had a sitar, and he was like, hey dude, like I don't know how to string it, so I brought some materials to fix up his sitar. He tattooed me, and then we kind of formed a friendship. We went out in Montreal, went to all these crazy bars that we probably would have never heard of or seen.
Bar with the skate park in it. Can you imagine anything more dangerous?
Half pipe, $5 pitchers of Pabst, and there's a half pipe in the bar.
Yeah, and no like release form, no waiver. They don't care. Yeah, just have fun. This is Quebec, man.
Yeah, you release yourself when you walk into that.
If you crash, you just gotta jump over the guy that's dying in the bottom of the bowl. Yeah.
But we sent him early concepts of our outfits here, and he just kind of came up with that logo. And like, I really want to make that logo an emoji. I like it a lot. And as Kyle said, he mixed the record, which was kind of funny. Like, we had other people in mind and like kind of heavy hitter mixers in mind, and we'd already like talked to a lot of them and had the project rolling. And David was just kind of hitting us up throughout the project. We always share music back and forth because he makes music as well. Alien Emoji, check that out, and anything else he produces. And I sent him some music, and he kept being like, yo, send me the audio files. And us being, we're a little bit, we can be arrogant at times. We're just like, what is he going to know about mixing? He's a a brilliant tattoo artist. So like, how much has he got in the rocket sauce bottle? And he sent us back. He sent us back a rough mix, and we were just like, "What is this?" Like, it was amazing. We were just like, he just hit. He took it. Took it to places.
And in the same way that he analyzes someone and can kind of perceive like what would be the tattoo for them and the design and where. Same thing with the music, like what maybe these two brothers would want out of the sound.
So weird,
for sure.
So weird. Like the artist, it doesn't matter the medium, right? If these guys are like a real artist, it doesn't matter what medium he's using. He's still going to get
like sensitivity
something across. Something like that. Man.
Yeah.
There was like little trinkets in the music that we kind of alluded to production ideas that we had. We had a lot of ideas going into it, and he could pick those up and just run with it, and then take them even to further areas. And you're like, all right. And it was funny, just so our producer Darcy was, he really was into the project and wanted to see it all the way through and kind of protect where it was going. And we all had a little bit of skepticism at first, but he kept hitting us with these tunes, and it just blew the door open. And we were like, okay, like, say no more. Here's all the music. And then he did an amazing job, and we flew to Montreal to finish the record with him. Hung out with him for a couple days in the studio, and
Big Keats.
Yeah,
shout out to Big Keats.
Shout out to Big Keats, Neige as well.
Yeah.
He has a third cat, but he did not come out to see us.
Yeah, but that's what we did. We hang out with cats and mix for hours and drank beer.
But again, you guys have this like dynamic partnership, and you're finding other people that just fit into this dynamic, and it's really cool, yo.
And mostly in the past, we've done it ourselves, and like it's cool to like just like hand responsibility over to people, and then see them like just go and kick ass with it, and like just trusting them, being like, yeah, you know what, go and do all this. And it comes back, and you're like, wow, this is amazing. And we've been doing that a lot for this project, like the pictures, the logo,
shout out Paul Wright, Andy Ragandans, those guys absolutely slayed it.
Darcy Yates, we had a producer, so he could tell us what was dog shish and what wasn't,
Yeah.
So it was really handy to have other people, but also like keeping the vision like, okay, let's like I see what everybody's saying, but we're still going to go this way sometimes, right?
Yeah.